Absolutely. Absolutely. The picnic table breakup was so Meri could get her public breakup. She wanted it documented, and she got it. And it's funny to me because Cody still doesn't get it. Cody thinks that she's somehow confused about her relationship. She's unwilling to admit what happened. And maybe that's been true at times, but it was super clear. And she said repeatedly that's what she did. So on their anniversary, which we heard about last tell-all and this tell-all, he said, I don't want to be married to you. And she's like, okay, well then let's make a public statement. He's like, no, I don't want to make a public statement because I don't want to get criticized. And then they had some private conversations after she saw last year's tell-all. She was like, he's telling the world he's not married to me, but he won't tell me that he's not married to me, and he won't admit that it's his issue. And so she's like, well, let's do this public breakup. And she even said that in her interviews. She's like, I think Robin needs to hear this, and it deserves to be public. And it's the case. He's abandoned this relationship. In fact, he abandoned the relationship when he melted down that wedding ring. And then when he, in light of that, then forced her to divorce and all this kind of stuff. And I think it must have been pretty well known, because my guess is now the comment about him promising Robin he would never stay with her if he wasn't in love with her seems to be directly related to his feelings about Meri. I mean, no shocker there, but now we kind of have proof. And so she's like, no, if you're going to break up with me, you're going to do it on camera and everyone's going to see that this was not me. And I have plenty of criticisms of Meri, but she deserves that. He abandoned her, and he deserves to have to say that publicly, that it was his decision to leave her, and that she was always willing to reconcile, and that it's his issue. I agree with her. He should have to take some responsibility at some point in the 18 seasons for his crappy behavior. And he didn't want to be married to her, and he dodged it for years and years from actually telling her straightforward. And now she's saying, great, then you want to break up? Let's bring in that camera and let's do it on camera. And he forced her to do it. And it's funny is she forced him to do it, is that he still doesn't get that's what happened. He's like, well, Meri seems confused. I don't know why she won't accept what our relationship is. She accepts it. She just wants you to say it in front of all of us. And you know what? Thank you, Meri. We have to watch all their dumb stuff, and then they want to have secret conversations behind the scenes that we don't get to hear. She finally forced someone forced him to have a hard conversation on camera when he didn't want to say it. He clearly didn't want to say it. He wanted her to be like, fine, I'm leaving. But she forced him to say that he didn't want to be married to her, that he was done with her, and then that she could leave knowing that she had fulfilled the end of her commitment. So yeah, I fully agree.